Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to Subahibi. Last episode was so hype. I actually wanted to play a bit more after I finished the episode, but it was too late, so I ate some snacks and then went to bed. It was like, what, 2 a.m. or something, right? Yeah, almost 2 a.m. I really should probably record these earlier. As you can see, like a lot of the times, I did actually start recording at like 4 p.m. Now it's just weird. I guess I started getting used to recording at 10 p.m. or something. It's 10 p.m. right now. I might record 2 episodes today. I am really excited about this game. After what happened. Short recap. Cult shit happened. Some ghosts try to say something to us in our room. I assume that might be our delusion. You know, maybe it was just the atmosphere. I'm not too sure. The teacher died. Mamiya Takuji is being crazy as usual. But yeah, I think the last thing I did yesterday was like seeing the ghost and going through the underground message board. At least that's what I think. Sorry if these like opening, like sorry if my opening is pretty long. I try to reorganize my thoughts sometimes because in this type of game, like a lot of things happen in between the episodes, so I'm like, I need to rethink about what happened again, recollect what happened. I think it's also a good refresher for everyone because you guys also watch this in like once a day. Unless you're binging it, of course. Alright, let's continue on. Okay. Yeah, yesterday it was definitely the last thing I did was we saw the ghost, as you can see, and then it's the next day. But look at the sky. The sky is black. That's right. Even at this kind of time, the school bell still rings. I just didn't know because I never showed up to school at this time of day. What time is this? Isn't it not normal for the chime to ring at night? I mean, no one's at school at night except for the security. I fled from my house. At first, I wandered around the shopping district, but I ran here after getting hit on by drunks and delinquents. It looked like I was about to be rounded up by the police along with them. Even a place like this was better than that house. Yeah, that's creepy, dude. You're not gonna get me anymore, though. That first time, it got me. Like, damn, they really knew. They really knew the peak of the atmosphere. I agree, Yuki. Right, it was just an illusion. Like the air had been carved out in the shape of a human, a creepy shadow. It was an illusion. I couldn't imagine it as anything else. It unhinged me a little, seeing the same fingerprints that were on Takashima-san's desk. And that's why I had that hallucination. Even if it wasn't real, even if it was a hallucination, there was no way I could remain calm after seeing that. In a way, that's what I wanted to believe. Because if it wasn't a hallucination... Takashima-san said that right before she died. Just before she died, I was kissed by a dying person. Why is all of this happening? Okay, there's a reason why I think I keep playing this at night. It's because, like I said, the atmosphere is so creepy at night. I'm enjoying it so much. Like, I played Chaos Head, right? And there's a very famous line in Chaos Head where it's like, whose eyes are those eyes? And whenever that happens, the main character always tries to look back to see if someone's watching him. And that always got me when I was still in high school. So now as I'm playing this, I keep thinking the same thing, like, oh shit, maybe someone's watching me at my back, and I'm so afraid to turn around, but sometimes I do turn around just to see or to make sure that nothing's going on. Man, it's such a nice atmosphere. I really enjoy being scared. Like, this is the type of fear that I like. Not the type of fear where you just get jump scared, but it's more of a mental attack kind of fear, you know? It's not like it's gory. This game is not gory whatsoever. They don't show you the deaths. Well, sometimes they do, but not much. Most of what's happening is like descriptions. All right, I keep talking too much. Okay, I'm too excited playing this game. Let's continue. Even her cell phone showed up in my room. Why were her possessions coming to me? Why was that in my room? The morning sun had risen. I just sat in front of the gate since I was afraid to go into school building. I started walking shakily.
おはよう、みなかみさん。
おはようって、確かにそうだけど、じゃなくて、なんでこんな時間にこんなところにいるの、綾菜さん。
ね？
ねとか言われても。じゃなくて、
みなかみさんも逃げてきたんでしょ？
なんで？
だってみんなそうやって逃げてきたんだから。
どういうこと？もしかして失踪した人たちも私と同じ体験を？
何？
体験？
黒い影を見たの。幻覚だと思う。だけど確かに黒い影を見た。部屋中が高島さんの机についていた指紋だらけになってて、死んだ高島さんが持っていた携帯電話まで私の部屋にあって。
そうなんだ。
他のみんなもそんな体験をしたの？
I know Yuki is being shaken, right? But how would Ayana know?
簡単なこと。みなかみさんの体験はみなかみさんしかできない。それは当たり前のこと。
そんなこと言ってるんじゃなくて。
どうしたの？みなかみさんらしくない。あなたは誰よりも強い精神と誰よりも素晴らしい知性を持っているのではないの？
See, this is why I think that Ayana is our subconscious or Yuki's subconscious, because she keeps challenging Yuki's thoughts instead of trying to help. Or maybe that's just her personality. But if I listen to someone talking like this, it's either one, a close friend, which I assume Ayana is not, or it's myself trying to pump myself up, you know?
何それ？私はそんな大層なもんじゃない。
そう。でもそう決められたはずだけど。
By who?
決められたはずって、そんなこと決めたりしてどうにかなる問題じゃないし。というか、そんなこと大体誰が決める？そんなの決められるのはまるで神様だよ。
神様はそんなことを決めない。
なら誰が？
神が決めなければ人が決める。ただそれだけのこと。
Interesting.
わけわからない。
わからない。それはみなかみさんがそう思っているだけ。だって答えはすべてここにあり、そしてあなたはその答えを得ることも無視することもできる存在だから。
それって何？
はい夜混沌のお話。
I think I've heard of this before. Crawling chaos. Or maybe it was from a video game though. Maybe it was just like a boss or something. But I think I've heard the term.
それは暗いところからやってくる。部屋を暗くしただけで、それは忍び寄る。
Okay.
ものすごくみんな怖い。人はそれが怖くて明かりを灯す。明かりは世界を照らす。そしてそれを忘れようとする。でもそれは違う。本当は その光が強ければ強いほど、世界を照らす明かりが明るければ明るいほど、消し去られたはずの闇は不気味とさらに鮮明に強く浮き出る。光は闇を消すことはできない。だって光は闇の誘惑の上に成り立っているのだから。
I actually don't know why, like how light was founded, so I can't be entirely sure this is correct, but it makes sense.
消し去ろうとするのは、それが甘美に満ちた醜さと美しさを持っているから。這い寄る混沌は暗いところからやってくる。うずくまっている人のお腹のあたりにできる影に、人が握りしめた手のひらの影に。
So basically, fear of the unknown, right? Because you can't see, you're scared of something. Because you can't feel, like, it's, yeah, fear of the unknown, that's basically it. That's what crawling chaos is.
誘惑は潜んでいる。隠した誘惑はいつでも人のそばにある。隠されたもの、誘惑するもの。
そんなこと前にも言っていた。
When?
人は隠したものをすぐにまた掘り返す。
Last time we spoke to her.
でもそれは逃れるために隠すのではなく、その甘美なものとより深く戯れるために隠す。間宮君も同じ。
間宮拓司。
水上さんと間宮君は一枚のドアを隔てて立つ二つの像。
What do you mean?
まるで最初は戸口に立つ、すべての行動の始めを司る女神のように。
Too close, Ayana. A quiet voice. Translucent eyes. She seemed to know everything. She seemed to see everything. My skin broke out into goosebumps. But...
あなたは今回はその先に進むのでしょ。そしてこの輪の最後に立つ。
End of the loop. I assume she's talking about how we keep going back to the 12. So, are we in a time loop? Or are we in a different world? I'm not sure. So, Mamiya Takuji might have realized that we're in a time loop, discovered something, and he wanted to change something. That's why he changed so much. Maybe he retained his memories from the previous loop somehow. Maybe.
最後に見たもの。
Maybe that... I don't know. I mean, it kind of makes sense that he would know that a time loop is occurring and that's why he's being so aggressive, right? He's killing people, he's making a cult, everyone's following him. Because he knows that it's actually true that on the 20th, the world will end. Well, we don't know if the world end means that everyone's gonna die or what's gonna happen, we don't know. Like, even on the first chapter, we don't know what exactly happened. It seemed like we were heading towards heaven in some sort of ways, but clearly we didn't go to heaven, as you can see.
次に会った時に教えて。
And she's probably disappeared. Yup. And look at the sky. The sky is different. So I assume that was the end sky. Or something, I don't know. The sky is different, dude. Was I sleeping just now? Ouch.
体痛いや。
Probably because I slept on the concrete like this.
というか、私。
Why am I in a place like this?
黒い影のようなものを見たんだ。
You're not gonna get me, game.
幻覚だかなんだかわからないけど、とりあえずそれを見てから恐怖でいかんともしがたくなって。
To be fair, the shadow isn't scary. I think I was scared by the voice that the shadow was making. It's very creepy. After wandering around the town, I arrive at this place. And here, something happened. It was...
おはよう。
ちょっと聞きたいんだけど、彩菜さん。
何？
なんか私の最後の記憶で、あなたは私にすっごく意味深なことを言ってたんだよ。
最後に見たものを次に会った時に伝えて。
Aw. I'm so confused. Like, are we like glitching out of the world somehow? But she seems to remember what happened. Maybe like this world and maybe the world is like overlapping, right? And Ayana is one of the people that knows. Yeah, it kind of makes sense because Ayana knows that there's something wrong with the sky, right? And Yuki, she knows that something's wrong with the sky sometimes. Like, as you can see before with the event with Ayana, the sky was clearly different. And with Zakuro in the first chapter, the sky was weird too. Kinda remembered that.
もう会ってしまったんだけど、何もまだ見てもいないんだけど。そうじゃなくてさ。
ではそれはまたの機会のお楽しみということに。
されても。
She said that like it was a joke, but what's going on? I had no memory after that, and yet now my head was really clear. The thought of that shadow passed through my mind, but even that didn't scare me. Even though it was so scary last night, it didn't seem scary anymore. Why?
教室。
そのまま走って出てきちゃったからさ。お金全然ないのよ。私机の中に500円玉を隠し持ってるからさ。
隠し持ってる？
そう。引き出しの中の金具と板の間に思いっきり挟み込んでるのよ。なんかたまに金とか忘れることがあるから生活の知恵みたいなもん。
That's true. I've heard people also put money in their like shoes or something just in case of an emergency.
そうなんだ。
あれ？
どうしたの？
おかしいな。
お金がないの？
お金はあるんだけど、なんで司の机の中に教科書が入ってるんだろう。
When I crouched down to get the coin out of my desk, I saw into the desk diagonally in front of mine, Tsukasa's. There were still textbooks left inside it. I took one out.
この教科書って。
That book was for a Thursday class, which was 2 days ago. Why are all these still in her desk after 2 days? I looked into Kagami's desk too.
同じだ。
Everyone's disappeared already, huh? So Kagami and Tsukasa is not in this world anymore. Just like what happened during the first chapter.
これって。
いきなり走り出した。
ごめん、少し気になることがあるから。
So only a few people remain.
そう。
But I don't know who the creator of this world is this time. The first chapter, it was definitely Yuki. But whose world is this? We jumped into someone's world. That's what I assume happened. And now we are not the creator of the world. Like, this is a battle between two creators, you know? In the first one, I really think it was just us. We were in our own world. And everyone else was just a figment of our imagination. Except maybe for Zakuro. Actually, that night 2 days ago, their house was dark and the curtains were closed. And yesterday too. Which means...
やっぱり同じだ。若月姉妹は帰ってない。
Or they might be kidnapped. I don't know. They might be kidnapped. That's also a possibility. But I'm leaning more towards the, you know, crazy supernatural thing that's going on right now. I called the phone in their house. If they were home, they would answer.
誰も出ない。おばさんとおじさんもいないのかな。
But no matter how you looked at it, they definitely hadn't been home. I couldn't think of anything else.
若月姉妹まで失踪してたなんて。
Was I stupid? How could I have gone 2 days without realizing that? No, maybe you did. Maybe just like what Ayana said, maybe you ignored that fact, Yuki. Or maybe you were forced to ignore it by the creator of the world. I don't know. Like, I know I'm making some ridiculous conspiracy theories right now, but that's legit what I think is happening.
バカが恐怖で目が曇ったか。
Maybe that too. That could be true also. There were plenty of hints. If I'd noticed, I could have put a stop to it before this had happened.
こんなものに怖がって。
I picked up Takashima-san's bloody phone. Why was I afraid of something like this? Something like this. Something.
これって。
I hadn't noticed before because I was so scared. I'd overlooked it.
これって。
I took out the detective kit and got the fingerprints off the cell phone.
この携帯にも2つの指紋がある。
I transferred them to the film and lined them up with the fingerprints I'd found on Takashima-san's desk.
ビンゴ。
Just like I thought. The two set matched up perfectly.
高島さんの机にあった2つの指紋とこの携帯の指紋は同じもの。一つは高島さんのものだけど、もう一つは誰か他のもの。
I could almost say with 100% certainty it's Mamiya Takuji. I headed back to the school.
おかえりなさい。
ただいま。
This is not my house though.
思いのほか早かった。
ちょっとね、新しいヒントが見つかったからいても立ってもいられなくて。
The days are surprisingly fast, aren't they? I thought it was still morning. And then suddenly it's sunset. This world is definitely being weird right now, dude. Something's going on and it's clear that the world is ending soon.
ヒント。
そう、私の部屋に散らばっていた指紋は1つ。でも高島さんの机にあった指紋は2つ。それだけなら不思議じゃないけど、なぜか高島さんの携帯についていた指紋は5つ。
5 sets.
高島さんの携帯についていた指紋で分かっているのは、私のもの、
True.
立花さんの
True.
もの、清川先生のもの、そしてもちろん高島さんのもの。
Okay, so
分からないのは1つだ
okay,
け。
okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Wait. She forgot this. Senogawa also touched the phone, right? She forgot that.
もし仮に高島さんの幽霊だか死霊だかゾンビだかが私の部屋に来て携帯電話を置いていったとして、なんでその場合部屋の指紋が1つなのに携帯の指紋が複数もあるのか、理由に乏しい。というか不自然としか言いようがない。だとしたら
I took a sample of the suspicious fingerprints from the desk. Who would pull a trick like that in my room? Of course, it could have been Mamiya Takuji or one of his followers, Tachibana-san or one of the people I saw on the message board. I got the fingerprints I was looking for.
なんだ、救世主自らだよ。
Of course.
救世主自ら。
ほら、
I showed her the 4 pieces of film. First, the one I took from Takashima-san's desk. Second, the one from my room. Third, the one from Takashima-san's phone. And finally,
間宮拓司の机から採取した指紋。自分以外誰も触らないから一つしかなかった指紋。
I laid the 4th sheet down.
答えは簡単。あの部屋に入って部屋を荒らした挙句に高島さんの携帯電話を置いていったのは高島ザクロの幽霊でも治療でもなく間宮拓司。たく私としたことがバカじゃなかろうか。
Why is Ayana not saying anything? Is this Yuki still trying to... If what I assume was correct, and that's Ayana is our subconscious or Yuki's subconscious, this silence might mean that Yuki's trying to hide something, or she's trying to run away from the truth. This might actually be not the truth that we're looking for.
なんかイメージ的なもんでビビってしまってヒントがこんなに転がってたのに、それを単に恐怖の対象としか見れなくなってた。
Right?
その挙句にあんな幻覚まで見て。
It's like she's grasping at straws right now. That's the feeling I'm getting.
アホだ。
Even though what she's saying makes sense.
ちゃんと水上ゆきに戻った。
Okay, maybe I was wrong.
なんか蓋を開けてみたらすんげえバカバカしいことだったみたい。
そうなんだ。
ということはやっぱり今回のことは全て間宮拓司によって仕組まれたこと。
すべて？
それなら全ての説明がつく。
そうなんだ。
と言っても最終的にはあいつの口から聞き出さないとわからないけどね。全てが間宮の差し金なら若月姉妹はやっぱりあいつらにさらわれた。どこに？
間宮拓司によって全ては仕組まれた。だったら答えは簡単なんじゃない？
Indeed.
間宮君は混沌と友達になった。
With the chaos.
だから這い寄る混沌が来やすいように暗闇を用意するの。
暗闇？
そう。ナイアラとホテップは暗いところが好きだから。
Okay, I've heard of Nyarlathotep before, but I haven't really read about Nyarlathotep myself. Only, you know, heard about it, and well, I read some pages of it, but I'm not exactly sure if it's like true or not. What was the name called? I forgot. There was a term for the what is it? The story that Nyarlathotep appears in.
水上さんがよく知っていること。
私がよく知っていること？それは場所？
そう。間宮君はずっと場所を持っていた。
A dark place.
間宮の場所。間宮が不自然に出現した場所。あそこ。
The pool?
確かあそこは旧プールの脇だから。あそこか。
And Ayana's
綾菜さん
gone.
ありが。あれ？綾菜さん？
Definitely our subconscious. Well, not definitely because I can't say for sure. What the? Ayana-san was already gone.
そんなことより旧プールだ。
Yeah, sure. That's not what important, huh? That's not what's important. Sure.
旧プールか。そうか。
It was my blind spot. But if you thought about it, it wasn't impossible. Last year, our school had an indoor pool installed, so this wasn't used anymore. So it hadn't been filled with water in over a year. I descended into the pool and found a manhole at my feet. Are you kidding me? That's where he was hiding? Holy shit!
このマンホール。
The scratches on the edges of the manhole cover were relatively new. If it hadn't been used in a year, the scratches would have rusted, but the ones on it seem fresh.
これは誰かによって最近開けられた証拠。
It must have been opened and shut again very recently. There were only a few possible reasons for that. The first thing that came to mind was the possibility that a workman opened it to check something. But sadly, that didn't fit. There would be scratches just like these on the other sewer entrances, but there was nothing like that on the rest of them. There was no evidence that any of the other manhole covers had been touched.
それだけならいいけど。
What was really unnatural was that rainwater was collecting in the pool, which meant the pool's drainage valve was closed.
何度か見て、プールに少し雨水が溜まってるの不自然には思ってたけど、もし仮に業者の検査があったんなら真っ先にそこから直すはず。これはプールに溜まった雨水が下水に流れないように誰かが故意にやったこと。
Why would someone do that? There was definitely a drainage tank below the pool. Apparently these tanks were actually large enough for someone to live in. Interesting. I saw on TV that sometimes homeless people lived in empty gasoline tanks after this gas station went bankrupt. If people could live in a gasoline tank, it wasn't impossible to think that someone might live in a drainage tank.
不自然に 何度も間宮はここから出てきてた。
What's also strange is that you never realized that he came out of the manhole.
なんでこんな単純なことに気がつかなかったんだろう。
Well then, I checked to make sure I still had my nightstick to protect myself.
素人相手で狭い場所ならこの特殊警棒で何人かの相手は同時にできる。
It was definitely narrow. You could even have called this guerrilla warfare. And this was a surprise attack.
問題ない。
It took all my strength to lift the cover off the manhole.
すごい匂い。
I mean, it is the sewers. The gaping manhole looked like the entrance to hell itself.
多分ここが間宮たちの隠れ家だ。
Wouldn't it be strange that if he came out of there and he doesn't smell weird? If he's living there? And his followers were totally crazy. The smell probably wasn't poison or anything, but I wouldn't have put it past them to try to stab me.
でも行かなきゃ。
I started descending down into the manhole.
目が慣れてないから真っ暗でよく見えない。すげえ怖い。
My breath had quickened. I had to calm down. If I couldn't see, the rest of my senses had to be as sharp as possible. If my breathing was too loud, it could stop me from hearing something vital. If I started sweating, my sense of touch could be dulled. I needed to calm down and hone my senses.
水の音。ここはプールの排水口が下水とつながる場所のはずなんだけど、なんか下水って結構広いんだな。
My eyes slowly adjusted to the darkness. A little light filtered in from the open manhole.
なんか古風な下水道だ。
It smelled really bad. Being here for very long would be nothing but torment.
排水タンクは。
I looked around, searching for the path. But the only way forward seemed like the wrong way.
水かさが増える方向にあるわけないよな。
The drainage tank should be in the opposite direction, where the water level drops. But when I looked over there, I couldn't see anything but a dead end.
なんで？
Is it being blocked by something? I started walking and gradually began to see a light.
これって
The light was from the manhole.
また元に戻った。
Huh?
どうなってるんだか。
No matter how far I walked, I couldn't find a drainage tank.
さすがに疲れた。
I sat down in that spot.
もう少しスカート短いのにすればよかったな。裾が結構汚れたよ。とほほ。
I let out a loud sigh.
なんだろう。なんかこれ奥から声がしてる。
This sounds like Tsukasa.
これって。泣き声。奥からだ。
Yeah, sounds like Tsukasa. I was so stupid. Why hadn't I noticed it? Once I thought about it, I realized there couldn't be a dead end in a sewer. It wasn't a dungeon. A sewer is a place where water is supposed to flow. A dead end would be a serious problem. It had to be.
塞がれた場所。
Yup. I started looking around a spot I assumed to be a dead end.
これって。
It was like a hatch with a large, screw-shaped handle on it. I pressed my ear up against it.
これって司の声。
Yeah, it is her voice.
ってことは。
I wonder how many people there are inside. What would happen if I suddenly rushed in? What if there are more than 10 people inside? Those thoughts rushed through my mind, but the second I heard her voice, I dashed inside. Oh, that's bad.
誰もいない。
Huh? It's impossible. We clearly heard her voice.
それよりここには司の姿がない。どこに？
I looked around the cramped drainage tank and
天井にマンホールが。 これって出口？
Are we like... I'm so confused. Are we hearing her voice? Like... Are we hearing the voice of her ghost? If we are, that's insane. Like... Here is my current theory right now. Not even a theory, this is just an assumption. Tsukasa in this world is already dead, right? And what we heard is the voice of what happened maybe like a few days prior when she was kidnapped. And she's probably, yeah, like I said, she's probably already dead right now. So her voice or her ghost left us a hint. I know it sounds retarded, but the game is supernatural, so I don't know. It makes sense in my head. I'm not sure though. This was different from the one I came in. There was a manhole on the ceiling of the drainage tank.
あのマンホール開いてる。
Oh. No, her voice is still there. Was that the sound of someone crying?
何これ。これって何？
So... It's like a parking lot. Like a parking lot in a building inside of a building. A ridiculously huge space opened up before my eyes. The concrete columns seemed to stretch on forever.
ここは外じゃない。かなり広い空間だけど。そうだ。ここは新校舎。つまり新プールの土台
Oh
の部分なんだ。
wow. Really? But this is the foundation.
旧プールの排水タンクがかぶさった形で建てられていたのか。
Maybe they left it because they were considering using the old pool's tank for the new pool.
でも使われることはなかった。そういうことか。この声、つかさ。
Stop crying. Oh my gosh. Tsukasa didn't respond to my voice. It was like her voice was seeping out of the walls around me.
つかさどこ？つかさ。
Just how massive is this place? This might not be connected to just the new building, but the old building as well. I walked through the darkness. I couldn't tell where her voice was coming from because of the echo.
つかさ。
I felt something unpleasantly slimy under my feet. I felt something like this before. Blood?
つかさ。
My mind couldn't take in the sight before my eyes. I'd never seen something like that before. Even when Mrs. Senagawa died, it didn't cover that great an area. It was a lake of blood. The cold concrete was stained. The entire area was stained with red blood. And right in the middle of that red floor, therein lay Kagami's tragic form. Oh. That's why she wasn't answering our calls. Ugh.
お姉ちゃん。お姉ちゃん。
何これ。
I mean, I didn't like Kagami, but I didn't want her to die. Well, then again, I did say something about dismemberment to Tsukasa before. Oh, shit. Take back?
冗談だよね。こんなこと。
Every time I took a step, the sticky blood made a disgusting sound. All of this came out of Kagami. All of this was once inside Kagami. And now it's been scattered throughout the room like this.
鏡。
I put my hand on Kagami's face. No, that's Tsukasa, isn't it? It was so cold and hard that it didn't even seem human. It didn't seem like a human's face.
嘘だよね。そん
Oh,
な
sorry.
の。ねえ、鏡。
There was no light in her eyes. The whites and pupils of her eyes were both clouded over. No light could possibly be reflected from those eyes.
そう嘘嘘嘘嘘嘘そんなことありえないありえないありえないありえないありえないありえないそんなことって
Her arms and legs had been cut off like a Daruma doll. The places where they had been severed were still jagged. Severed? Severed, I think. Yeah, it should be severed. Like someone had stabbed and slashed at it with a knife until they could forcibly tear it off.
ごめんね私がもっと早く気がついてたらごめん痛かったでしょ痛かったよねごめん鏡
You're creeping me out, Yuki.
ごめんごめんごめん痛かったよね痛かったよね痛かったでしょ鏡
I feel a sense of dread, like we're gonna die.
みんながお姉ちゃんは悪魔だって
Probably Miya Takuji's followers.
手続きにしなきゃいけないってお姉ちゃん帰りたがってた
Is it weird that I expected to see the CG of her corpse? Man, my head is fucked.
でもうちに帰らせてって手足を切られて痛いのに最後まで姉ちゃんうちに帰りたいよってうちに帰りたい帰りたいって
So I assume everyone who went missing when we were talking to Miss Kiyokawa are dead now, because this is what happened to them, right? But why did they spare Tsukasa? That's a question I'm curious about. Why did they not kill her?
お姉ちゃん
Oh, sorry. I really can't listen to crying voices that long. It makes me uncomfortable.
そうなんだ鏡家に帰ろう
I picked up Kagami. Was she always so light? It felt like I was holding a doll. Her body felt that light.
帰ろう家に昔もこうやって鏡のことをおんぶして帰ったことあったよね
Okay, this is fucked up. Why would they play a happy music when you found someone dead? What?
あの時はさ鏡頑張りすぎてランニングの時に肉離れ起こしちゃって司から連絡来てすぐに行ったんだよそしたら鏡こう言ったよね
ユキの背中柔らかい
そりゃ女の子だもん
うんそうなんだよねユキは女の子なんだよね
Okay, Yuki's gone crazy, man.
ユキの背中はいつでも柔らかかったあの時も
あの時
うんジョンが死んだあの時も
Who's John?
ジョン
Oh,
ああ鏡の家の犬ね
うん
確かあの時鏡はジョンの魂を探しに行くんだとか言って
そうジョンの魂を取り戻せばジョンが生き返るって思ってて
取り戻すってどんなんだい？あの時どこに行こうと思ったの？鏡は。
わかんない。ただいつもその先を越えられない大きな坂があって、それを越えたら多分ジョンの魂があるって。
I just realized she has different colored knee socks.
大きな坂？
うん。学校に行く途中のね、大きな坂。
あれってそんなに大きかったかね？
今はそうでもない。でもあの時は。
Man, this scene is so surreal. Since if you think about it, Kagami's dead, so this is just Yuki talking to herself.
子供の時はものすごく大きく感じた。
You can sugarcoat it however you want. Yeah, the scene is nice, but the truth of the matter is that Kagami's dead and she can't say anything like this. It's Yuki answering her own, like, or maybe she's recollecting memories while she's carrying her down, or, you know, giving her a piggyback ride. I don't know.
これは世界の果ての壁なんだって思ってた。この坂を登りきったらそれが世界の限界だと思ってた。
They keep repeating the word limit of the world. It's definitely an important part of the game.
でも違った。その坂を登りきったらその先にもここと同じ町があったんだよ。その先にも坂があって、その先にも永遠に町が続いていた。世界に果てはないんだって、その時気がついたの。
そういえばあそこで鏡泣いてた。
うん。だってもうジョンの魂は帰ってこないって分かったから。そしたら悲しくなって。そしたらユキが来てくれた。いつだってそうだった。ユキ、私が泣いてると来てくれた。私泣いてばっかりだから、いつも何もできないから。
Man, Kagami, if you were doing this, if your personality was like this all the time, you know, being honest, I would have liked you a lot more.
だから強くなりたかった。強く。
だからって頑張りすぎなんだよ。
私はダメだね。
そんなことないよ。そんな頑張れる鏡はすごいよ。私はそんなに頑張れないじゃん。
私はずっとユキの背中が硬くて大きくて強かったらよかったと思ってた。
え？何それ？
お父さんみたいに、いいえ、もっと大きく強くて包み込むみたいなものだったら。だからあの時ユキの背中が柔らかくてびっくりした。
ああ、あの時はまだ私が女だって知らなかったからね。
うん。でも本当は安心したんだよ。
安心？
そう。私の大好きな人の背中は柔らかくて小さいけど、でも私はこの背中が好きだって。
そりゃ男の背中より女の背中の方が柔らかいよね。
Hmm.
うん。だから私はユキは女の子でいいんだと思った。
そりゃいいも何も性転換はできないよ。
バーカ、そんなこと言ってないよ。でもそれで私は一生結婚しないんだから。
It's not true. Same-sex marriages are illegal in some places.
少しは私を好きでいてあげて。
ん？何それ？
あー、バカバカバカバカ、うるさい。さっさと歩け。
なんだよ、もう。
Man. I really can't enjoy the scene. The fact of them, like, this is always a big, something negative that's always been on my mind, you know? When you see an event that's ongoing, and you know the truth of the event, it might seem like a sweet event if you don't take into context, like, what's going on outside of the scene, right? Damn, it's a cute scene where the girl's giving her a piggyback ride. She might have been lost or something, and then she came back with her. But no! The context of this event is that she's dead, and Yuki's talking to herself. So, some people might think that this scene is heartwarming. To me, this scene is insane. That's what I think. Holy crap. Kagami. Sorry. In the end, my small back wasn't able to protect you. Kagami.
鏡、家に着いたよ。鏡こんななっちゃったから、おばさんとおじさんすごく悲しむだろうけど、でも鏡は帰ってきたかったんだよね。鏡。
Tsukasa rang the doorbell since my hands were full. I heard footsteps in the house.
はーい。
Silence. The woman opened the door with a cheerful voice. That voice quickly disappeared, and only silence remained. Since what I was holding was Kagami.
すみません。私鏡を守れなかった。鏡をこんな姿にしてしまって。
Is it really your fault, though?
ごめんなさい。
Huh? What the fuck?
はーい。すみません。私
Oh, okay.
鏡を守れなかった。鏡をこんな姿にしてしまって。ごめんなさい。
Tsukasa's not here.
あなた、誰？その人形がどうかしたのかしら？
Kinda creeped out.
何これ？あなた一体？
Oh no, I'm getting goosebumps again. Oh crap.
違うんです。さっきまでこれ鏡で、若月鏡さんで。そういう名前なの？そのお人形さんは。そうじゃなくて、だって若月鏡はこの家の子で。ね、もう夜も遅いからこんな場所でお話しするのも問題あると思うのね。でも若月のおばさん。ね、うちは長谷川だから若月って家ではないんだからね。ね、これ以上いると警察呼ばなきゃいけないからね。なんだこれ、何が起きてるんだ。私、つかさん。
I turned back towards Tsukasa. This... What? It looked like the place where Tsukasa had been standing had been chiseled out. It was dyed pure black. A shadow. A crawling figure that couldn't hold a human shape. That's... It yelled something. It definitely yelled something in an inhuman voice. It made a sound that wasn't a sound. I definitely heard it raise its voice in an unholy scream. The sound of the bell, the midnight chime, the end of the week, and on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. The day he finished creating the world, even the weekend doesn't change one bit. Of course not. God doesn't change the color of the sky depending on the day of the week. The world God created contains the same sight every single day. It invariably arrives back at the same scenery over and over, like a mechanical clock. The sky is always blue, gray, scarlet. It rotates through the same sequence. A person standing in front of a clock doesn't think a new moment begins. With every tick-tock of the clock's hands, when the clock hand passes 12 o'clock, the summit. Wait, this might be something important. Let me actually read this again. A person standing in front of a clock doesn't think a new moment begins. No one thinks that a new time has begun, and an end is the beginning of another commonplace scene, the beginning of a commonplace world, and beyond that, the scenery one just saw comes into existence once more. An infinity we call repetition, an infinity of the same script. There is nothing novel in this world. All that is in this world can be clearly described. There is nothing beyond this world. What is here, and the next world we're headed to, it is all part of a world that can be described in the same terms. Is that our monologue? What the fuck?
Ayana-san, なんでここに?
水上さんは?
私は
I had no reason to be here. I just ran and then I was standing here. At some point, my world had started to go askew. At some point, my world had started to mingle with a scene I'd never seen before.
わけがわからないから。
わけがわからない?
だって彩菜さん、私
見に行くんでしょ?
何を?
対の空.
But it's the 19th right now. This is not the 20th.
対の空?
そう。
何それ? 意味がわからない。
意味?
どうなってるのよ。いつからこんな風になってたの？ねえ、若月鏡っていたよね。若月司っていたよね。彼女たちがいなかったとかないよね。だって私には彼女たちとの記憶があって、それこそ昔からの記憶が。
Oh my god, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that in chapter 1, the the Wakatsuki sisters are actually already long dead. That's why that's Yuki's everyday life. Or that's why that's Yuki's wonderful everyday. Because in the current world, they might be long dead. They might not have even existed. Or not exist, but you know, they might have been already dead. Maybe it was all inside of our head. I don't know, dude. My head is fucked.
なんで鏡の死体が人形に変わってて、司があんな恐ろしい姿にいつからすり替わってたのよ。いつからこんなことになってるのよ。
I don't know.
いつから。
だから見に来たんでしょ？対の空を。
対の空って何？それが何かしたの？
対の空は間宮拓司君がそう呼んだだけ。それに名などない。
何それ？名がないって。
週の最後の空。それに名前なんてないように、あの空にだって名前なんてない。それはありふれた風景、ありふれた最後の空。ここに不思議なんてない。
What do you mean there is no mystery? There are so many questions. There's so many mysteries, Ayana.
不思議なんてない。 確かに不思議なんて生優しいものはないわよ。あるのは不可解を通り過ぎた不条理だけよ。ねえ、私に何が起きてるの？
別に何も。人は生まれた時から何度も体中の細胞を入れ替える。
Yes, I know that. Regeneration.
その細胞が一度も同じだったことがないように、生まれてから今の今までずっと同じ。
What's your point?
何も変わらなく、水上ゆきは水上ゆき。そこに不可解も不条理もない。
I'm confused. What are you trying to say, Yana?
4K 5425兆6984億5235万5481。
What? What are these numbers?
何それ？
多分この数を世界で初めて私が言った。
Okay.
誰も聞いたことも見たこともない未知の数。でも不思議でも何でもない。この数は誰にも言われなかったかもしれないけど、誰も驚かない。
That's true. I mean, a number is just, you know, it's just a number. There's no meaning into it. There's no meaning in a number unless something's attached to it. Like, you know, it's like a password or something.
誰も形にしたことがなくとも、誰でも理解でき、誰でも知っている。
So I'm supposed to understand what the fuck is going on in this chapter? No, I don't understand shit.
世界に一度もなかった風景だとしても、それは驚くような景色ではない。
What?
ありふれた世界。
どこがありふれた世界なのよ、ここの。
だからそのありふれた世界の先を見に行くんでしょ。
What's beyond this commonplace world?
間宮君がそう呼んだ風景、対の空。それに間宮君に聞きたいことだってあるでしょ。
Man, Ayana, you're so creepy.
うん。
Ayana-san started walking. I followed her.
キュープール、綾菜さん、
はい、
そこ知ってるの？
もちろん。
あ、先に降りた。
But I thought we were going to the rooftop.
なんかあの人には躊躇というものがないのか。
So confused.
ねえ、慣れないな。
I couldn't even walk since it had been less than 10 seconds since we reached the bottom.
綾菜さん。
臭い。
いや、下水だからね。で、排水タンクの中に入った。
So she knew all about it.
ここには誰もいない。
There's no way they could gather in such a tiny place. Ayana-san had already lifted up the cover inside and left.
綾菜さん。考えたな。ここならいくらでも人数が逃げられそうだもんね。
Ayana-san kept walking. It was like she already knew the way.
綾菜さんって何者？
音無し綾菜。
いや、名前は知ってるんだけどさ。
She walked over to the place where Kagami had been laying, where the floor was covered in dark red blood. There was no blood.
わ
There was just cotton scattered everywhere.
やっぱりあれは。
Kagami's mutilated body was just a doll. A doll filled with cotton. What happened to the real Kagami?
こっちだよ。
Ayana-san stopped and stood in one spot. Then she waved me over. A huge pillar stood in front of her. It seemed as if it was supporting the world itself. Ayana-san pointed to that pillar.
これは何？
Love Riruru-chan? What the fuck is this? The huge pillar was covered in scribbles, though they were carefully drawn like religious idols. From far away, they blended in with the rest of the pillar.
一面に落書き。これって間宮拓司が。
Die, you slut! What the heck? I see that at the very top.
そう。これが間宮くんのナイアラとホテップの形。
What the fuck?
何そのナイアなんとかって生き物か何か？
そう。そんなようなもの。
So confused.
ハイヨル混沌。
え？ハイヨル。あの時何度か私が見た。あれは。
そろそろ対の空見に行こうよ。
対の空。
行こう。
I thought we were going there in the first place. Why did we go here?
え？
Otonashi-san pointed into the darkness. The fuck? I thought it was pure darkness, but I caught a few vague glimpses of steel within it. It looked like a spider web reaching down into the depths of hell.
あれってはしご？これって建築時に使ったもの？綾菜さん、これどこに続いてるの？
だからこの先は対の空へ。
The rungs continued on forever. I was caught up in the illusion that I was wandering through endless darkness.
風。
I could hear the wind in the distance. Far away. Further. Further. Farther? I think it's farther. Okay, sorry about that. At the top of the ladder, I could hear the wind.
なんだか。
The far-off sound of the wind slowly came closer. The sound of the wind.
ここシート。
Okay, this is creepy as fuck. The rooftop that students weren't allowed on. It was the roof of Building C.
綾菜さん。
ほら。あれだよ。
あれ？
I looked over to where she'd pointed. Who are those people? I mean, it's clearly Kimika and Omiya Takuji, right? What are they doing over there? That was the spot Mrs. Shinagawa fell from. Why are those two standing there? No way. Huh?
何それ？冗談でしょ？今のまた死んだの？それともただの人形？私の単に見間違い？これって間宮拓司！
おや？これは水上さん。久しぶりだね。
What is going on?
あなた。
まだ君はそんなところにいたんだね。僕はたった今みんなを救済したところだよ。
救済？これが救済？
そうだよ。
バカなんじゃないの？単にみんな死んだだけじゃない。
死んだだけ。なるほど。そうなのか。そうなのかもしれないな。大いなるものと同化したいと人は思う。だけどそれは死と何ら変わらない。だから人は大いなるものとの同化も、そして死も恐れる。
あんたのそんな頭のネジが緩んだお話なんて聞きたくないの。
そうなら何を聞きたい？
聞きたいこと？ああ、そうね。たくさんあるかしら。
たくさんね。
全部あなたが仕組んだことでしょ。
All? I don't think so. Some, maybe.
仕組んだ？
そうよ。これはあなたが全部仕組んだ茶番。
僕が仕組んだ茶番？ それは僕の奇跡の数々のことかい？
そうよ。
へえ、それは興味深いな。僕の奇跡は種も仕掛けもあるというわけか。
そうよ。今回の事件に呪いも奇跡も、もちろん世界が滅びるなんて予言もありはしない。あるのはお粗末なトリックだけ。
お粗末なトリック？なるほど、そこまで言うんだ。それでその仕掛けは全部わかったのかい？
当然よ。
それは素晴らしいな。さすが水上さんといったところかな。ならば答え合わせといこうじゃないか。そのトリックの数々の。
そうね。まずは何がいいかしら。
最初がいいな。そう、どうやってこれが始まったか、そこから説明してもらえるかな。
始まり。なるほどね。それなら一連の騒動の発端、高島さんからの呪いのメールがいいかしら。
ああ、高島さんの呪いメールか。それはぜひ聞きたいね。
I'm so confused. He looks too calm, man.
通称高島メール。みんなに配布されたという呪いのメール。それは一番簡単なトリックによって行われた。
一番簡単な？
そうね。あまりに当たり前で原始的な手段。あなた自殺現場で高島さんの携帯電話を拾ったか、あるいは盗んだかしたわね。
なるほど、それは当たり前なトリックだな。それでその証拠は？
高島さんの携帯から高島さんの指紋、それとあなたの指紋が検出されたわ。
それはどうやって調べた？
何の嫌がらせか知らないけど、私の家に高島ザクロの携帯電話を置いたのはあんたでしょ。怖がらせる目的だったんでしょうけど、いちいち証拠を残してくれたんだから、ちゃんとあんたの机と高島さんの机から指紋取らせてもらって照合してみたわよ。答えはビンゴ。その携帯には高島ザクロの指紋とあんたの指紋が確認されたわ。
なるほど。
高島さんの携帯を使い、できる限りの人間に高島メールを送りつけた。どうやって手に入れたかは知らないけど、あなたが手に入れられた最も多くのアドレスは学校の裏掲示板の登録時のアドレス帳だった。
どうやって手に入れたか、それは分かってないのだな。
そうね、残念ながら。でも大体の予測はつくけどね。
大体の予測？
まあ予測でしかないから証拠はないけど、どっちにしろ警察が動いたらすぐに分かること。学校の裏掲示板、あの爽やか北高掲示板はあなたによって管理運営されていた。そう考えればあの不自然なスレの流れも納得がいく。
掲示板の管理者であるなら、登録者のあらゆる情報がつぶさにわかるということか。
そうね、そうなる。
正解だよ。さすがに頭がいいね、水上さんは。
あなたはこれを使って高島さんのいじめに関係したとおぼしき人間を中心に高島メールを送り続けた。私が知る限りだと赤坂めぐ、北見聡子、そして瀬名川由衣。どうかしら？
それも正解。ただし75点だけど。
75点。
そう、いじめに強く加担したのは赤坂めぐ、北見聡子、それを容認した瀬名川由
Zakuro's
衣、
friend.
そして抜けは
Wow.
ザクロの友人である立花君香。
Really?
立花君香。それってあんたの仲間じゃん。
ああ、今ではね。最もよく働いてくれた信者さ。でももともとは彼女も 高島ザクロのいじめに加担していた。それよりも僕は赤坂、北見、そして瀬名川をどういう風に追い詰めていったか、そのトリックとやらを教えてもらいたいな。
掲示板で赤坂めぐや北見聡子が散々書いてたじゃない。自分たちだけ他の人と違う高島さんからの呪いのメールが来るって。
You know what this feels like? This feels like Danganronpa when they try to make us do the pieces of the comic book. That's what this scene reminds me of. Of course, there's no comic book scene, but you know, the fact that we're retelling about what's going on with the case and all that.
1時間に1度の死者からのメール。このような状況によって極度のストレスから彼女たちに精神機能や思考能力の低下状態を引き起こさせた社会心理学的テクニックの基本中の基本。
テクニック？何のだい？
マインドコントロールってやつよ。新興宗教が信者獲得のために行ったり、マルチ商法がカモ捕まえるためによくやるて。
何のために？
一人だけの預言者は単なる精神異常。でもそれを誰か一人でも信じたら、誰か一人でも信者を獲得したら、それは宗教になる。
That's true.
あなたは自分が救世主になりすますために一人でもいいから信者を必要とした。実際に掲示板を見た感じ、最初にあなたを信じたのは赤坂めぐと北見聡子の2人。この2人の心を掴んだ後に一気にあなたの信者は膨れ上がる。
具体的には？
死者からの終わりのないメール群は彼女たちを追い詰める。救いを求める形となる。この終わりのない地獄から彼女たちを救うことができる人間がいるとすれば、それは救世主としての価値を持つ。さらにそれを掲示板上で他の目撃者がいる中で行えば効果は抜群だから、彼女たちのストレスを最大限にまで高めるために、彼女たちが最も恐れる高島ザクロの自殺現場に向かうように指示した。
ストレス？
そう、真夜中に自殺現場に行くように指示。そこで発見されるのは高島ザクロの頭皮がついた紙の束。多分それは携帯を手に入れた時に同時に高島さんの自殺現場から採取したもの。それを燃やすという行為であたかも呪いを消し去ったかのような印象を与える。ここまででほとんど精神機能や思考能力が完全に不全に陥った彼女たちにあなたの教義を教え込む。恐怖で心を破壊し、破壊した心の上から新しい情報を書き換える。本当にマインドコントロールの基本中の基本。その辺のキャッチセールスでもやる手段。弱い人間から信者にして他の人間の不安をさらに加速させる。
素晴らしいね。本当に君は素晴らしいよ、水上さん。ならば瀬名川結衣の件は？
瀬名川先生の携帯を手に入れたわ。清川先生が持ってたのをくすねたんだけどね。
ああ、そうなんだ。それで何が分かったんだ？
何が？確かにあの携帯電話はほとんどの情報、メールの受信は完全に消されていた。
ならそこから何が分かった？
全てよ。
全て？
そう、あの機種だと削除されたメールが全部再受信できるのよ。1時間ごとのメール。それまでは無内容で人を恐怖させることしか考えてない内容だった。それが15日から突然ある種の方向性を持ち始める。シートを屋上に誘い込むための文章に。そんで思い出したんだけど、15日ってあなたが変な予言した日でしょ。なんかもう一人死ぬことが自分の正しさを証明するみたいな。
確かにしたね。
だからでしょ。メールの文章には高島さんのシートで捨てられた人形に関わる話が頻繁に出てた。それを先生は探し回っていた。だってそれを用意しないと高島ザクロは人形の代わりに瀬名川先生を連れて行くと言うんだから。それとメールの受信時間、 面白いもんで、すべてのメールはだいたい1時間ごとに送信されていた。0時1分、1時1分、2時1分。なのに最後のメールだけは全く中途半端な送信時間。なぜならば、そのメールだけは瀬名川先生が転落した直前、全くそれまでの法則に従わない時間。答えは簡単。高島さんが亡くしたという人形とやらを C 棟のとても危ない場所に設置しておく。通常はそんな場所なら道具か何かで撮るようなもんだけど、その時にはすでに瀬名川先生にはまともな思考能力などなかった。
Okay, I actually didn't think about him setting up a trap like that. I really thought that there was no doll and he just scared her and then she fell down. That's really what I thought that Senagawa died to. I guess this makes a lot more sense though.
屋上の手すりを越えて、そしてさらにひさしに降りて、さらに手を伸ばして、一番不安定な瞬間、その瞬間に携帯電話が鳴る。そこに書かれているのは
And Mrs. Senagawa's hand slipped.
素晴らしい推理だね、水上さん。ほぼ大正解だよ。
Almost.
そうね。やっと事件の全貌を知ることができた。この事件はすべてあなたの仕組んだ茶番。すべては超常現象でも神でも幽霊でも何でもなく、一個人のあなたが仕組んだもの。私の部屋に侵入して高島さんの携帯を置いたのも、それに鏡と司、あれは何なの？鏡と司はどうやって？彼女たちはあなたは私に一体何をしたの？それを教えなさい。
僕は君に何もしていないよ。
そんなわけないじゃない。
いや、何もしてないさ。
嘘だ。そんなわけない。何もしてないなんてことあるわけない。
No, it's Zakuro that did something to you. The kiss. But what did that do?
いや、僕は君には何もできない。
なら私が見たものは何なんだ。一体これは何なんだ。
もう時間だ。
Yeah, this is definitely Mamiya Takuji's world, huh? And as like the creator of the world, he can't do anything to some sort of like a player inside of the world. This is like his internal world. And Yuki's infiltrating. If you think about it, it would make sense in the first chapter too, when everyone else disappeared except for Zakuro. Zakuro was an infiltrator, and Yuki couldn't do anything to her, right? It makes sense now that I think about it.
どうやら君はこの時間に永遠にとどまる気だね。僕は先に行くよ。
待て、マミヤ。
僕は君が好きだったんだがね。
What? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you like us? And what the fuck is that?
あれは対の空。
Looks more like a meteor than a sky. The fuck?
マミヤがいない。
What was that sound?
私は今
Okay, you're creeping me out, Ayana.
綾菜さん、私あれは何？
Is this her world? Oh my god. Oh, you're creeping me out.
なんでもないよ。
Huh?
ただ間宮くんが飛び降りただけだよ。
Okay, man.
何なの？
なんでもないよ。ただ間宮くんが飛び降りただけだよ。
でも私は見た。あれがみんなを殺したの。
なんでもないよ。ただ間宮くんが飛び降りただけだよ。
いや、あれは何もしない。ただ
なんでもないよ。ただ間宮くんが飛び降りただけだよ。
ただ何なんだ。
なんでもないよ。ただ間宮くんが飛び降りただけだよ。
Jeez, shut up. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It's neither is a person nor isn't a person. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is Ayana nor isn't Ayana. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is Yukito nor isn't Yukito. Who the fuck is Yukito? It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is Katomi nor isn't Katomi. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is a student nor isn't a student. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is a school nor isn't a school. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is barefoot nor isn't barefoot. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is homework nor is... What are you... It's nothing. Watanabe-kun. Who the fuck is Watanabe-kun? It neither is sex nor isn't sex. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is Karo-Q. Karo-Q is the company who made this game. This is probably a reference to something. It neither is scenery nor isn't scenery. It neither is lover nor isn't a lover. It neither is survival nor isn't survival. So if I assume this is our subconscious, Yuki wants to hide herself from the truth again. So Yuki's subconscious is suppressing herself into thinking that nothing is going on. It's just Mamiya-kun just jumped off. That's it. She didn't see anything. The fuck? Is there some sort of hint in this? The fuck? Am I supposed to click on this? So fucking creepy. I heard the sound of my skull cracking. What? But that wasn't from the outside world. I think it came from within me. Minakami-san, sometimes I think about these things. Where's the limit of the world? The very edge of the world. The very edge of the world. If such a place existed, suppose I were able to stand in that place. But I look at that scenery from that edge, just like anywhere else. I think this is the scene that the conversation we had on the very first start of the chapter 2. If I think it's normal to wonder about these things, that must make me weird. I mean, that's the edge of the world. It's the limit of the world. If I could see that with my own two eyes, wouldn't the limit of the world become the same as my own limit? Wouldn't the world, viewed from that spot, be the world that I see? Wouldn't that be my world? The limit of the world would become the limit of my world. The world is that which I see, touch, and feel. Then what is the world? What is the difference between me and the world? Is there one? The difference between me and the world, they're the same. However, other people might have felt this too. Even you might think that the world is you. And I think that's probably correct. I couldn't say for sure, but if you stood at the edge of the world, you would probably see the shape of the world just like I do. So you would be the same as the world too. But that really doesn't make sense. If the world is me, why can't I see the world that you see? Even though you are in my world, I can't see the world you see. I've never seen the world that you do. They're like parallel universes that can never cross. Is that what this is? Parallel universe? But that still doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't explain the supernatural stuff that's happening. What the fuck is with those dolls? Even if there are hints that suggest the other exists, they can never touch. I can't see the world you live in. But, is that really the case? Have I really never seen your world? If every person has been equally allotted one singular world, allotted I think, how could those worlds possibly become one? How can there be so many worlds? There must be a way for the worlds to become one. Sometimes I think about these things. Oh, so that's what's happening. So every person's world is intermingling in this sort of crossroad. Maybe. That's why I was able to love you. Because you saw my world. But Mamiya Takuji isn't whoever's talking, right? Right? This game is giving me more questions than answers. And I love it. I love it. I expected something. Sorry, I'm gonna say something over the ending credits. I expected more answers on the climax of chapter 2, but we got more answers than I mean, we got more questions than answers. Like, I guess that's a way to make you keep playing the game. What they did was right. What they did was right. This kind of reminds me of when I play Root Double after Crime Before Days. In that game, Chapter 1 or Route A was really good. But Chapter 2, which is Route B, it gave you all the answers that had you question in Chapter A. So, because they gave you all the answers, it was like, we already know what's gonna happen. So at that point, you just want to see the climax rather than, like, still trying to question what the fuck is going on. I think this game did it correctly in that instead of giving you answers on what happened in Chapter 1, they just give you more answers in Chapter 2. That's great. I like that. But yeah, that's it for me. Enjoy the ending credits. I'm gonna shut up. That red thing is so scary. What the fuck is that? It throws me in the title screen? Wait. It better... Wait! How the fuck do I get to the next chapter then? What? This is start over from the beginning. Hello? Well, that's it. That's it, everyone. This is where I'm gonna end the episode. Find out next time on how I get to the next chapter, because what the fuck? That can't be the end, because I know there are 7 chapters in this game. Alright, that's the end of the episode. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.